Premiums on the popular American Silver Eagle coins have finally come down to a reasonable level for Florida Stacker to consider stacking them again. The 2023 American Silver Eagles are available locally for as low as $4 over spot per coin when I'm buying a full tube of 20 coins. Now, for a couple of years, I've really wanted to complete a monster box of American Silver Eagles. I live here in the United States. I'm a stacker. It just kind of makes sense, right? Each of these monster boxes contains 25 separate coin tubes with 20 coins for 500 ounces of silver. It's a great quest for any silver stacker to pursue, but especially here in the United States. Now, with premiums as high as they've been, and they've been very high, well over $10 for a long period of time, it just wasn't a great time for me to start a monster box of Silver Eagles. I talked about the benefit of stacking Britannias, Philharmonics, Krugerrands, and of course generic silver rounds and maple leafs over the last couple of years predominantly because I feel like they offered a better value as far as what you pay to acquire the silver and what you can expect to get back if you have to sell. It just didn't make much sense for the American Silver Eagles. Now, I believe that premiums are likely not going to go much lower or any lower on Silver Eagles than they are today, considering that the U.S. Mint does sell them strictly to authorized dealers, and they charge those authorized dealers or middlemen $2.35 per coin over spot. So if the authorized dealers are paying $2.35 over spot per coin, then, what are they selling them for to the smaller coin shops? And I guarantee that there is a profit built in. So, my dealer, he does, get in monster boxes of American Silver Eagles, but he's only charging $4 over per coin on a full tube. So when you do the math, he's not really making much on the sale. So I think the only way that we're going to see Silver Eagles get any cheaper than they are today, and this is in my humble opinion, and I've been wrong before, is with spot price coming down further than it is, which of course is a possibility and something that I honestly cannot predict. As you know, spot goes up, spot goes down. I have my opinions as to what is, going to drive the price of silver up or down, and I do think that we're probably going to see it stay around the same and maybe even increase actually in spot now that economic indicators are pointing to more inflation and increasing inflation at that. Once again, here in the United States, and I imagine it's probably worse over in Europe where, taxes are higher and inflation seems to be even more out of control than it is here in the United States. So anyways, it's impossible to predict what's going to happen, exactly with silver spot price, but I think that we would need to see a drop in spot price, and it could happen for us to see better prices on American Silver Eagles. And if it does go the other way and we see spot price go crazy high on these ASEs again, I'll let you guys know. I'll adjust my strategy and my plan. We'll work on something else in the meantime, and then we'll come back to the ASEs when those premiums are once more reasonable. So now is the time for me to start building a monster box of Silver Eagles, and I'm going to attempt to do this in 1 year while also buying other precious metals for variety and content that I can, show you here on the channel. As always, I will be pursuing a couple of other series here in the latter part of this year, going into next year. We're going to do 100 ounces in silver buffalo rounds using different mints. So we'll stack 5 different tubes of buffalo rounds. I also want to do $100 in silver dollars. So we're talking Peace and Morgan silver dollars, probably more common date, but BU to AU in condition type stuff to build 5 tubes of those, or $100 in silver dollars. These things are fun to me. I feel like they will, bring in the views. They'll be engaging, and it's a quest. And I just love these quests, right? Once you start them, you got to go out and finish them. So, all right, now a quick word of advice to those of you that are new to stacking silver. I highly recommend that you do not overstack your metals and that you stay consistent with your own personal budget. I have a budget. I've been working on it actually for quite a while in order to do this, and my budget isn't yours. So please do not feel like you're missing out or that I'm, pressuring you in any way to build a monster box of Silver Eagles, because it's going to run about $15,000 or more to do this. And Florida Stacker, I don't have it all figured out. Okay, this is what I want to do. I think it's a good idea for me, but at the end of the day, it's your money. It's really your choice as to how you spend that money and what you want to stack. I just highly encourage you as a viewer of this channel to be smart with it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's a perfect time to do it here on the channel, as we're going to hit 4 years now on YouTube as of September 9th. And I'd like to finish this box before I hit 5 years on YouTube. So just a little bit more than 12 months and we'll get 450 American Silver Eagles stacked. Let's talk about that, okay? First, I guess let's just summarize the American Silver Eagle. The Silver Eagle is probably the most prolific and successful bullion program that has ever been launched by the United States. Man, I think it's probably not a good idea to argue that. Silver American Eagles are the most widely bought coin, for stacking, but they're also highly collectible. And there's a lot of people out there. You go to coin shows, you do see obviously the Morgans and the peace dollars and a lot of other semi-numismatic, numismatic stuff, pre-33, you name it. But the overwhelming majority of coins that you're going to see at a coin show, from my experience, is going to be the American Silver Eagle. There is a historical significance to this coin, and it all started with the obverse of the Silver Eagle, designed by Adolph A. Weinman, the same design that you see on the popular Walking Liberty half dollars. Okay, so I'm going to start this quest, as mentioned, with 50 American Silver Eagles, and to make it a little more affordable when it comes to premiums over spot, I will be buying more of the 2023s and likely the 2024 American Silver Eagles once we get into next year, as they tend to be, cheaper to buy. The current year tends to be the cheapest year to buy. And I honestly do not have the budget to go with individual years for all of the 25 tubes, because premiums on the older, American Silver Eagles are much higher. Now, having said that, in order to make this fun and a little more challenging and appealing to my viewers, I do have certain years planned for this box. As part of this monster box, I will include 1986 through 1991 years, so that's going to be 120 of the Eagles out of 500, running those first 6 years that the American Silver Eagles were available to stack or collect. So, those are going to be more expensive, flat out, maybe even double or close to double the price of what a 2023 is going for. But I think it will add a bit of, history and a little bit more fun during this, the whole time that it's going to take to finish this. Probably be something like 20 videos in total, right? Documenting this whole thing. So I think that'll be fun, right? To add that. And then later on, when I get more American Silver Eagles, cheaper ones in 2025, whatever, I can pull those more collectible years out, set them to the side, keep them in my, my stack, or maybe transfer them to what I call my collection. And I'll have different years in the box. But for now, that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm also set on a tube of the 1998 Silver Eagles, as that was the year that I graduated high school, aging myself, and decided to join the military, and so it's a memorable year in my life. Other than that, I have some tubes labeled with years, as I have one or more of these coins as part of these first 50 Silver Eagles that we're going to use to start this personal challenge out. And just to make you aware, when I'm ordering random date Silver Eagles, let's say that I have a whole tube of 2017s and I get, 10 2017s in, well, I'll just take those extra ones, probably look at the ones I've got, right? Pull the 10 worst ones out and then take the 10 worst ones out, which will probably still be perfectly fine, and try to exchange those with my local coin dealers, into those years that I don't have, or into the current year, whatever that makes sense to try to get this challenge done more affordably. Okay, so of course I hope that you all are interested in this. I'm well aware that many of you are buying American Silver Eagles again with these new premiums, and I think that with obviously some time, patience, of course, you got to be patient, a lot of hard work, you got to earn the cash first in order to do this. Okay, none of this happens if you're not working or earning, so you got to do that, and of course some luck outside of my sheer determination, which is pretty strong. I will get this done by September 1st, 2024. And I'm glad to have you along for all of it here on YouTube. So thank you for watching this, of course, first video as we make way towards this. Now, if this is something that you'd like to follow on YouTube, then please let me know with a thumbs up on today's video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing if you like silver and gold content. And as mentioned, I will continue to stack and show you guys, 5 and 10 ounce silver bars, 100 ounce silver bars, 4 and silver coins, all the ones you guys know and love, modern day collectibles, silver rounds, silver dollars, gold, platinum, and a lot more along the way. It's not just going to be ASEs here with Florida Stacker, but it is going to be a big focus, and it's time to get it done. So let's get to it, all right? And thank you all for watching today's video. I do look forward to reading your comments in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel, thanks for joining up. If you've been here for a long time, you know that I love to have you here. And I hope to see you guys back again soon with my next video release here on YouTube. Until then, have a nice night, everyone.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.